Elisa Blair, and today we're going to be working on flowcharts and sequencing. So have you guys ever had a mouse come visit you at your house?
Yes.
You have? Was the mouse a good guest or was he a bad guest? A bad guest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today we're actually going to read a book about a mouse at a house. And this book is called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And we're going to find out what it might be like to have a mouse at your house. Before we start reading, I want to talk to you guys about some words that you're going to see in here. The first word is mustache. Now, I know you know what a mustache is. It's that fine hair up above a guy's lip. But in this book, it's going to be a milk mustache. Do you guys know what that might be?
Yes.
Okay.
I like to make this.
You like to make them? Yeah. When you take a big drink of milk, you might have a little bit left on your upper lip. And that's what we're going to talk about, a milk mustache. The next word is trim. Do you guys know what a trim might be?
Yes.
Okay.
Just cut a little bit of hair.
Yeah, it's like to cut a hair, but it is just a little bit of hair, not a lot. Very good. And the final thing I want to talk to you about is nail scissors. Have you ever heard of nail scissors?
Like clippers?
Yeah, like clippers. They actually look like scissors, but they're really tiny, and only grown-ups use them because they're very sharp. But those words are going to be in here, and they're a little confusing when we come to them. So I just wanted to talk to you about them. Are we ready to read?
Yes.
All right. If you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, here's this yummy cookie. He's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, here's our milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. Here's our straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. He'll wipe his face off. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. So he wants to avoid having one of these milk mustaches. So we'll give him a mirror. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. Here are those nail scissors we talked about. And see how tiny they are? They'd be perfect for a mouse. But remember, they're very sharp, so only grown-ups use them. And he's going to cut just a little bit of hair off of his head. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. So here's our broom. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. Would you be tired after you clean the whole house?
Yes.
Me too. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. So here's our little box. We've got our blanket in there and a little pillow for him to sleep on. He'll crawl in, he'll make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. So we'll read him Winnie the Pooh. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. Paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. So here's our pen. Then he'll want to hang the picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that, here's our Scotch tape that he's going to use to hang it up. What do you think the refrigerator is going to remind him of? Do you have a prediction?
The milk.
Maybe the milk. Okay. He's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. Very good. So can one of you tell me what a milk mustache was in the book?
You make it Makes it from drinking milk.
Yeah,
It goes
from-
up above your lip.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the stuff that's left up above after taking a drink. Very nice. Could you guys tell me, was this a fiction book or a nonfiction book? Was it true or was it make-believe?
Make-believe.
Make-believe. You don't think that a mouse is going to run around eating cookies and wearing overalls?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't think he'd clean the house either.
You don't think he'd clean the house? It'd take a lot of time for a mouse to clean a house, wouldn't it? Could we use the sequence of events in here to maybe make a flowchart? We're going to create one up here. So we're going to do this together, all right? So our first thing that happened was he wanted the cookie. So what was the next thing that when he got the cookie, what was he going to want after a cookie?
Milk.
Milk. Right, so we'll write milk. And after the milk, what did he want?
Straw.
A straw. After the straw,
Napkin.
a napkin. Wow, you are fast. You are saying these faster than I can write them. What came after the napkin?
Mirror.
The mirror. Now with a flow chart, see how we're working one, there's an arrow down to the next, an arrow down, and we're working our way through. So if I'm running out of space, where should I make my next arrow?
The top.
The top, there it is. We're going to draw a huge arrow, keep going I guess, all the way up there. Try to connect that. All right, so after we had our mirror, what came next?
Scissors.
Scissors. What kind of scissors were they?
Nail scissors.
Nail scissors. Very nice. All right. What came after the nail scissors?
The broom.
The broom. Okay. After the broom?
The box with the blanket and the pillow.
Okay, so that we'll say, we'll say blanket and pillow. Very nice. After the blanket and pillow?
The book to read, the story.
The story. After the story was?
Paper and crayons.
Okay. Okay, what was after the paper and crayons?
The pen.
The pen. I am running out of room. What came after the pen?
Tape.
Tape. Okay. Oh, let's go down here. All right, what was after the tape?
Did it start all over again with the
Back
milk?
to the milk.
Went
Yeah,
from the
so it went
refrigerator
back
to
to
the
the
milk?
So where should my arrow go now?
It's gonna start all over, back to the beginning of the story with the milk
So I'm gonna
in
come
the
back here.
refrigerator.
Yeah.
And then the cookie.
Yeah. So this is kind of, you can make flowcharts different ways, but this one we made it like this. You could have also made it in a big circle, but would we have had enough room to make it in a big circle?
No.
Probably not. So we went cookie, milk, straw, napkin, mirror, all the way to nail scissors, broom, blanket and pillow, story, paper and crayons, pen, tape, and then back to the milk because he was looking at the refrigerator. Very nice, very nicely done. So is there anybody that would like to try to come up and use these props and use what we wrote here to retell the story?
I will.
All right.
Okay, if I give the mouse the cookie, he's going to want some milk to drink with it. And with the milk, he needs a straw. want to wipe the milk mustache off with the napkin. And he's gonna look in the mirror to see, and then he's going to use the nail scissors for trim. And here is where he slept. And I read him the book, ready to go. Then he drew a picture with using the crayons and paper, and he taped it to the refrigerator. And when he got back to the refrigerator, he wanted to have a glass of milk again to drink. Oh, I forgot. He swept off, after he did the trimming, he swept off the floor.
Very nice. Very good job. So now I'm going to have you draw a picture. And you're going to draw a picture of your favorite part in the story. And I want you just to tell me, before we start drawing, can you tell me what your favorite part was and what you might be drawing? What was the funniest part or your favorite part of this book?
The funniest part, I think, is when he's using a broom and trying to clean up the whole house.
Okay.
I think the milk mustache is funny.
The funniest? Okay, very good. How were you able to distinguish or tell if this was fact or fiction? How were you able to tell if it was the fiction book or the nonfiction? What supported your prediction?
Because the mouse doesn't use a napkin or a mirror.
Yeah, it'd be pretty silly if he used one of those, wouldn't it? So in this book, is this book the end? At the end, or can it come back to the beginning again and work through the whole thing again? Which one?
It can go back to the beginning and
So
do it
it's
all
kind of
over
a
again.
circle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. All right, well, what we're going to do with the remainder of our time after our picture is we're going to use, I've got these iPads here, and we're going to play, after you're done drawing your picture, sequencing with Milo, or speech with Milo, excuse me. We're going to work on sequencing, so, okay. Here's yours pulled up. When you finish drawing, go ahead and do that. All right. And here is yours. Very good.